Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Despite being a rookie coach, or perhaps because of it, Michael Bublé has been putting on quite the show. He's quick to make up a flattering lie. He's got compliments for days, and he even pushes buttons with a certain panache. Take, for instance, the sly way he saved one of his artists during the knockout round of The Voice Season 26. The Team Bublé matchup was a two-person, rather than a three-person knockout, pitting Cameron Wright against Sloane Simon. Wright opted to sing You're All I Need to Get By, a classic duet by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. Wright chose the song because it reminded them of their partner. He is a person who has opened me to so many new experiences that I probably wouldn't have been as open to in the past. This is one of them, Wright said. I'm so excited about every phase of this competition, and I'm so happy that I have a partner who saw the possibility in me when I didn't. It is very rare that we get to see queer love expressed, and I want to show people possibilities. Simon, meanwhile, chose to sing Olivia Rodrigo's Can't Catch Me Now. The 19-year-old explained that she's been going through a very difficult time. Her father was recently diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and she considered pulling out of the competition only for her father to tell her that there's no place he'd rather her be. To see Sloane, to be brave enough considering what her family is going through, I think that's going to help drive her through and even give her another place to sing from. Mega mentor Jennifer Hudson said. During rehearsals, Hudson, an EGOT winner who knows something about performing live and on the screen, gave the pair of singers some advice about staging, telling them to play to the cameras and the millions watching at home. Cameron made it impossible not to consider them going through to the playoffs, said Bublé during rehearsals. But I think Sloane adds a real dominant presence when it comes to pop music. She could be the future winner of The Voice. Thanks to Bublé's sneaky moves, both singers are still in the competition. All the coaches were wowed by both artists. Snoop Dogg noted that Wright chose a duet and did it by himself, and said Simon sounded like she was in a movie. One of those big-budget things. Reba McEntire and Gwen Stefani both praised the blocking of the performances. Hudson's advice was good, it would seem. Although Stefani said she would have given Simon and her singer-songwriter voice the win, Bublé gave Wright the victory. I picked Cameron because their vocal performance was perfection, Bublé said. The show is called The Voice, and it wouldn't be fair if they didn't have a seat going forward. But he wasn't going to let Simon down. As he got up to hug Simon, who at this point presumed her time on The Voice was over, Bublé ever so casually pressed the button to save her. It has to be the sneakiest save in the history of The Voice. I saved Sloane because she's a star, Bublé explained. I'm feeling very overwhelmed and very thankful, Simon said. I wasn't expecting that. In a season filled with surprises, power-packed performances, and emotional roller coasters, The Voice Season 26 has proven to be one of the most unpredictable yet. But no one could have anticipated that Michael Bublé, a guest coach this season, would become the talk of the town with one of the sneakiest saves in the show's history. Michael Bublé, renowned for his suave style, charismatic presence, and unparalleled vocals, entered the show as an advisor to teen Blake Shelton. While his charming personality was expected to add a new flavor to the show, nobody saw this cunning move coming. It all started during the knockout rounds, where two incredible contestants, Mia and Jake, were set to perform back-to-back, facing off for a spot in the upcoming live shows. The stakes were high, the pressure was palpable, and the atmosphere was charged with anticipation. As the performances commenced, Mia delivered a powerful rendition of Adele's Rolling in the Deep. Her voice resonated with soul, raw emotion, and an intensity that left the audience spellbound. Jake, on the other hand, brought his A-game with a heart-wrenching version of Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey. His performance was soulful, drenched in country twang, and had a sincerity that made it difficult for the judges to choose between the two. As the applause died down, Blake Shelton found himself in a tight spot. He was visibly torn, knowing he could only advance one contestant. It seemed like an impossible decision until Michael Bublé stepped in, pulling off a move no one saw coming. In a shocking twist, he convinced Blake to choose Mia, leaving Jake vulnerable and on the brink of elimination. Just as Jake's hopes were seemingly dashed, Michael leaned in with a smile and a sneaky gleam in his eye. He glanced at the other judges, particularly Kelly Clarkson, who was poised to steal Jake, and casually hit his steal button right before she could. The studio gasped in unison. It was a classic blink and you miss it moment, executed with such smoothness that even the other coaches took a second to register what had happened. Kelly Clarkson, who had been seconds away from hitting her button, looked on in disbelief. "Did you just?" she started, laughing at Michael's unexpected move. Niall Horan shook his head, applauding Bublé's audacious save. "That was the sneakiest thing I've ever seen," Niall remarked, giving Michael a high five for the flawless execution. The audience erupted in cheers and Jake, still processing the whirlwind of emotions, looked over at Michael with gratitude. This sneaky save became the highlight of the evening, showcasing not only Michael Bublé's strategic prowess, but also his deep belief in Jake's potential. He made it clear that he wasn't just a guest coach there to observe. He was there to play the game and play it well. This unexpected move has sparked conversations among fans and contestants alike. It was a strategic masterstroke, demonstrating Bublé's sharp instincts and understanding of talent. It also reminded everyone that in a show like The Voice, anything can happen, and it's often the most unanticipated moments that become the most memorable. Social media buzzed with reactions, with fans calling it one of the most iconic saves in The Voice's history. Memes, GIFs, and videos of Michael's sneaky button press spread like wildfire, with captions like "smooth like Bublé" and "the king of steals." It was a moment that cemented his status not just as a musical genius, but also as a cunning strategist who could play the game as well as any of the veteran coaches. For Jake, this unexpected turn of events was nothing short of a miracle. It gave him a second chance to showcase his talent, and he knew he had Michael Bublé to thank for believing in him. As the competition moves forward, all eyes will be on Jake to see if he can live up to the potential that Michael saw in him. In the grand tradition of The Voice, where the element of surprise is always around the corner, this moment will go down in the show's history as one of the sneakiest yet most brilliant saves ever executed. Michael Bublé proved that he's not just a master of crooning love songs, but also a master of the game. And for fans of the show, this is exactly the kind of thrilling, unpredictable moment that keeps them coming back season after season. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.